Coming to you live from the Mac Studio, it's Whitney High School Live, and I'm your host, Ben Espejo. Well, hey guys, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Whitney High School Live. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Now, as you guys know, you guys signed up for your classes for next year, and some of you guys didn't choose an elective. And this might surprise you, but Multimedia Communications, which is this class, Whitney High School Live, only 8 people registered for the class next year, which if we don't get more, we won't be having a show next year. And we really don't want that. This is an amazing experience, and you get to work with a lot of cool stuff and meet new people and just have an overall fun time. So today we wanted to show you a little behind the scenes of what it means to work on Whitney High School Live. Now, you guys only see me on an everyday basis, and you might think that only 1 to 2 or maybe 3 people at the most work on the show, but there's an entire crew of people that help make this show happen. So, let's take a look at some of the jobs that you have here at Whitney High School Live. One of the first jobs you have is the camera people, and they help decide the shots. And so here we have Michelle Nee, a senior, and she's going to talk a little bit more about her time here at Whitney High School Live.
Hi guys. The camera is a medium of entertainment and it's a medium of news. As a camera woman, I am in full control of the perspective that you have to see. There's interpretation, there's movement, and there's a definite power behind the lens. There are 3 camera people and multiple shots that we have to go through, and while that sounds like a lot of work, I came in with no experience, but with a desire to really learn about the creative side of the show. So if that interests you in any way, I really hope you decide to join us next year.
Thank you, Michelle. Now, camera people is just one of the many jobs that you have here on Whitney High School Live. And one of the things that you probably remember is that we have very often, we have green screen announcements, and we even have our popular Where's Rohan segment. So here with me, we have Rohan talking about his time at Whitney High School Live and some of the jobs that he's done.
Thank you, Ben. Being in Whitney High School Live was such a great, it is such a great experience. It really opened me up, and I think anybody can enjoy this show. And the greatest thing is you can do many jobs. I haven't just done green screen. I got to do a lot of different jobs. It's really great.
Thank you, Rohan. Now, like he said, there are jobs both in and out of the studio. A lot of what you see here is in the studio, but there's actually an entire room called the control room, which I think is more like the heart of the show. We have several different things. Oh, sorry. Hang on. There are several different jobs for people to try out if you're interested in lights, sounds. We have TriCaster, which is setting up camera shots. There's a lot of stuff going on. And as you can see, we have people who are working behind the scenes right now. So let's go take a look. Hello. So now we're in the control room. So I want to take a look at some of the jobs that we have behind the scenes to help make the show go smoothly. Here with me, I have our director, Bianca Tolentino. Bianca, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what the director does?
So basically what director does, I'm the one who helps set up the show every day, make sure everyone's doing their job. And during the show, I get to help set pace and have the different shots picked. And it's really been a really cool experience. I've gotten to learn a lot about leadership, and I've got a lot more to learn. But I think this has been a great experience. I've gotten to boss a lot of people around. For example, Ben, go show the next job.
Okay, thank you, Bianca. So let's go to the next job. Here we have our TriCaster, and Nathan Kim is going to tell us a little bit more about this very technical job and some of the things that the TriCaster can do.
So what the TriCaster can do is basically switch between cameras. Here we have Rohan on green screen, and he's doing something that you don't want to do, is wear a green shirt. So this is why. When we key out the green, his green shirt gets keyed out as well. But what we also can do is put an image behind him, joke of the day. And yeah, here, what else we can do is do transitions. So we have the Battle of the Bands transition here, and we also have explosions. Now, when I first did this job, there's a bunch of buttons and sliders and stuff, and I got really confused. But with the help of YouTube videos and just playing around with it, I really got to know it better.
Awesome. Thank you, Nathan. Now, you guys are hearing me, and I'm holding a microphone right now, and that brings me to one of the other jobs here in the control room, which is sound managers. So here we have 2 of our sound managers, Pete Tiantrong and Justin Jang.
Hi guys, as a sound technician, we set up the microphones every day for the show, and then we also work to make sure we get enough signal and volume so that you guys can hear our guests on the show. From the computer, we play all the music and sound effects that you guys would hear on the show, such as our song of the day that we get to choose from the list that you guys requested, such as this one.
Make me have to shout it out. Got a hold on me, that's without a doubt. So clear now that he's a trouble starter, but I ain't the same neither, and he's ain't no still.
Now, as difficult, unnecessarily difficult as he's making this sound, it's not that bad. When I first came in, there were all these buttons, knobs, and slides that I was kind of getting scared over. But after weeks of practice and getting to know all the buttons and the layouts from, and learning from Mr. Z and people who actually know this, it's become a routine and it's very easy to use.
Well, thank you guys. Now, this brings me to one of the last jobs that we have here in the control room, which is the lights board. And here we have Senior Karen Malik on here to talk about what the lights can do.
Yeah, so as part of Light Crew, we're in charge of determining the look for the show each day. It's not just about turning the lights on and off. We get to, go up on ladders to change the position of the lights when they're not in the correct spot. We also get to change the intensity, determine exactly which lights are on. And we can also do some pretty cool effects, such as changing the colored lights. And it's just a great experience. It's a great way to start my morning, and I have plenty of time to balance this with academics.
Awesome. Thank you, Karen. Now, the jobs actually don't end here in the control room. We have a lot of work that extends out past the hour that we have preparing for Whitney High School Live and the 5 minutes that you're watching right now. We have jobs that are more production-based. So here we have one of our producers, Melina Castorillo, here to talk about her job.
What are you doing here? Okay, anyway, I'm a producer, meaning I, along with Allison and Chai, schedule all of the talent that goes on the show, and that's the calendar that's over here now that hopefully I won't give anything away, but you get to learn a lot about communication, organization, and also about leadership and serving your students and also serving your crew members. It does take some time outside of class, but it's an amazing learning experience, and it's really fun. Now, go away before you give away the next show.
All right. Thank you, Melina. Now, as you guys know, we used to have morning announcements on the intercom every day, but instead we replaced it with a scroll before the Whitney High School Live show. So that scroll has actually been every day in this recording booth / office by one of our many scroll technicians. So one of our scroll technicians is here today to talk about what she does. Take it away, Raji.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Raji. I'm in charge of making the scroll every morning. So my job is basically to communicate with club leaders, ASB, and administration to see what announcements they want on the show every morning. And I really love my job since it lets me know what's going on around campus, and I also get the opportunity through Whitney High School Live to showcase that energy and talent we have here at Whitney.
Awesome. Thank you, Raji. So hopefully now you guys get to see a little bit more about what it takes to put together Whitney High School Live. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's actually really fun. You get to work with new technology, learn about responsibility and stuff like that. It's very fun, and I hope that you guys who haven't chosen an elective will consider multimedia communications as one of your options. We hope you'll join our Whitney High School Live family next year and picture up with us. That's all for today. This has been Whitney High School Live. I'm Ben Espejo. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.